I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly, Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling with Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today, I know, it's random. This is my life now. A busy man has random live streams. But today we are going to talk a little bit about these Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And look, man, this is a must win. This is a must, as much of a must win as it can get. If we lose to the Detroit Lions, I will go crazy. I will literally go crazy, probably on a live stream, so you guys will get to watch it. But I'm not going to be happy if we lose this game. It's a game that we should win, in my opinion. I mean, they're 0-7. The Detroit Lions have played some good games, though. They've played some good football. A lot of the games that the Lions have played, which me and, Easy will talk about a little bit later, they were games that they were in till the end. You know what I'm saying? You even look at the Rams game, and they were fighting against the Rams. They were fighting against the Ravens. So they lost to a lot of good teams, but they were close in a lot of these games. So am I confident in saying that this is a definite win? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I feel confident saying that we're probably going to win this game. I think that we should. I think that this is a great opportunity for Jalen Hurts to show off something. What's going on, Easy? I see you, brother. This is definitely a good time for the Lions to prove a point and show that they're not the worst team in the league. And if we lose, we get that title. We gain that title if we lose. So it's definitely not a game I know a lot of Eagles fans want to lose. I know Lions fans don't want to lose it either. But look, this is... in my opinion, it all comes down to this offense. It all comes down to this offense. If we make the Detroit Lions one-dimensional and we make them pass the ball way more than they probably want to, I know Jared Goff is all over there, and he hasn't done horribly, I guess. He hasn't done terribly, but he's Jared Goff, and I think that if you can get some pressure on him, make him, make him hold on to the ball a little bit longer than he really wants to, I think we can do that. I think we can beat him up if we put the game in Jared Goff's hands. But that comes down to the offense, and that comes down to the offense being consistent, which they haven't been. Jets are the worst team. I can see that. But so we have to go out here and win this, man. But shout out to everybody already in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. But what's going on, Carlos? What's going on, Gio? Philly girl in the building. What's going on? We got Darren Lewis in the building. What's going on? Jinx Wolf in the building. What's up? Fights to Philly will be happening if if we lose to the Lions, it's not gonna be a happy time in Philadelphia. I'll tell you that right now. If we lose, somebody's getting fired. If we lose, and like I said, what's going on, Convert Truly? If we lose, I said this to Speak Easy. I don't know if we said it on air. I think we did, but if we lose, man, we might be seeing a whole lot of trades. We might see a whole lot of trades, a whole lot of releasing. This might be a new team come next week if we lose this game. Deuce Staley know the Eagles have no linebackers, so they will run. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to not have Deuce Staley anymore, but he's definitely going to probably expose us. And look, I saw a couple people saying that we should just lose the game out of respect for Deuce Staley. If y'all don't get out of here with that, man, we better go out here and win. That's all I know. And you can give Deuce Staley a high five after the game. I'm not losing the game just because we didn't hire him as our coach. Eagles may win if coach puts out better plays. Hey, I mean, we saw what happened the first week when he went against another rookie coach. Dan Campbell, I don't think is on the same, I don't know. I don't know if the Atlanta coach, it is what it is. It was his first game. Outside of that game, I feel like, our head coach, Nick Sirianni, has been out-coached in almost every single game. So we shall see. If we lose to the Lions, we need some serious staff changes. We need a lot of changes. Look, I'm going to say this right now, and I know this is not going to be popular, but if this is on our offense, we have to make a change. We have to make a change to see what's up. Because if we lose and our offense plays poorly, we have to see if it's just Nick Sirianni, because I know Nick Sirianni's a big part of it, but I want to see how bad he is and if he is a one and done type guy. How many bad secondaries have we played that we can't score on? That's a fact. That's a fact. And we can't consistently do it. So I made a joke about it, but it's the truth, man. As long as it's not close come fourth quarter, you know, the other team's probably going to win, because somehow, some way we come alive, you know, in the fourth quarter. So as long as we can stay consistent, if we can stay consistent throughout this game, we should be able to win. You know, we have talent. We're not devoid of talent. We're not a trash team. We're just poorly coached, not executing correctly, making a lot of mistakes. So it's, you know, it's just, we have to win. We have to win. I'm excited for Kenny G and Jay Howard. That'll be interesting. I'll be surprised to see I'm not surprised. I'll be interested to see who actually gets the bulk of carries. I know that when Miles Sanders went down, for some reason, Boston Scott was that guy. Now, maybe that's because they thought that Boston Scott brings kind of what Jordan Howard does, which he does in a sense. He's good in between the tackles. So maybe Jordan Howard sees the bulk of carries and Kenny G's just his backup. I would like to see Kenny G get some burn, though, man. I feel like he's getting maybe like 6 touches a game. Like, I want to see more. I want to see more out of the kid. I think that we know he has talent, especially as a receiver. I want to see him more as a running back. The Detroit Lions, Detroit Lions gave up 1,400 plus yards with 15 touchdowns to all the receivers they have played so far. Yeah, I mean, they have a couple undrafted rookies back there, and you know, look, this is a game we should win. This is a game we should win, but I feel like I've said that a bunch of times. Swift is a good running back. He definitely is, and he's a good pass catcher as well. I was watching some of their games a little bit. I need to see Smith with 150 and a TD for fantasy purposes. I don't know, man. I feel like we have not gotten him the ball. We have been underutilizing him. And it's not even underutilizing him. It's that we're looking at him on every single play, and the other team knows it. So when you know, they only going at Devontae Smith, it's kind of easy to game plan for that, right? I mean, if I know you're only going to do one thing, it's like playing rock, paper, scissors, right? If Nick Sirianni knows you're going to pick rock every single time, he's going to pick paper, right? He's going to pick paper and beat you and trump your rock. So we have to change it up. We have to try some new things. We'll see what happens, though. Hurts has to make plays and has to maintain his composure in the pocket, read all his reads. Yeah, I mean, he's had time. He's had time. I continuously bring this up. He's had the longest time in the pocket and the lowest completion percentage on that time. So he definitely has to get better, man. I think it's all about execution. It definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, Nick Sirianni hasn't been great. Nick Sirianni definitely has not been great, but I mean, there's been plays to be made, and we have to make it. We have to make them. If the Eagles lose this game, Doug Peterson will be on speed dial. I doubt it. I doubt it, but hey, that would be funny. Yeah, I was thinking to myself earlier, and I was going to put this on Twitter, but I just forgot. What if we just called Deuce and was like, listen, we're sorry, man. We messed up. You know what I'm saying? Come on back home. We got a head coaching job for you. That would be interesting. And we're going to bring up, I'm going to play the interview in a little bit, but Easy brought up some good points about the Lions running game. Now they have a running game with Deuce Staley. So they're happy with him. We would have probably been happy. And I was one that wasn't on the train of drafting him because I felt like he was bred in this organization, so I didn't feel like anything would really change. But now we see with Nick Sirianni, nothing's really changing. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on? Speakeasy says, no shame in losing to the Lions. So there's plenty of shame. There's plenty of shame. We scary. Yeah, it'll be scary if we lose. My Cowboys don't really have a good secondary. I mean, yeah, they've played. Trayvon Diggs has played out of his mind as far as, a ball hawk has gone. But yeah, we should have been able to take advantage of y'all, and we just didn't. I wonder what y'all going to do with Dak. I keep hearing Dak might not play today. Or tomorrow, I should say. Excuse me. My days are all off, bro. The problem is coach or QB1, maybe both. I think it's a little bit of both right now. But I think that if you take Jalen Hurts out for a game or two, then you can realistically see how bad Nick Sirianni is. And it is what it is. I mean, well, I guess we'll see. But, I think that it comes to a point, especially if you lose this game, you have to see what you have in Minshew and see what Nick Sirianni would do with a different quarterback. And then you can fire him if he's trash. I mean, it comes down to that. What's going on, Nina? What's going on? Good morning. Miss Bird Gang, what's going on? What's going on? What carries y'all head coach doesn't run the ball? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he doesn't at all. I think the problem is the match with a rookie head coach and a QB who's not quite polished enough yet. It's not working right now. Exactly. And I think it's deeper than that. I really do. I think it's not that he's not quite polished yet. He hasn't improved. So that comes down to our coaching staff. We have to help him in the off field, on off of the field, excuse me. And we have to work together. Like I feel like when you look at Jalen, when you look at Carson Wentz's second year, we brought in a quarterback basically to groom Carson Wentz. We had obviously a very good, quarterback coach at the time. So we didn't only put assets out on the field to make him better, to help him improve. We also had the guys in the background. We also had, like I said, we had, I forget his name already, but we had that way overpaid guy from Kansas City. I don't know why I always forget his name. Chase Daniels. There we go. We had Chase Daniels, who's basically a coach off the field, on the sideline. So, I mean, you have to bring in people that are going to help him grow. And I don't feel like we've done that. But on the other hand, he had an off season and he's had 2 years in not this system, but in the NFL to work on what he needs to do. So, it falls on everybody. It definitely falls on everybody, man. Shout out to Philly Girl. I appreciate you dropping that link. Definitely everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. And go check out the new merch, man. The new merch is fire. You think Devontae has a big game this week? If we can get him the ball, I think that Devontae Smith will be a lot better once you start spreading the ball out. Once you have a threat of the run game, and once people are respecting, you know what I'm saying, like Jalen. Once they start respecting Jalen Hurts' ability to read the field, I think he'll become way more open. But right now, I can't put my chips in it. I can't put my money on it. Head coach also doesn't study tape. He's the one who needs to get the F out of here, just saying. I mean, yeah, for you to say, he's just not said anything correctly. Like, to say some stuff like that at a press conference just shows your lack of, I guess, experience as a head coach. But just like, I mean, you've been in the NFL. You've been in the NFL. How do you say things like that and expect people to not analyze that, not overreact to that, not even overreact? Hit that like button, share all across social media. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At Philly TP. You see it. You see it. It's up here, over there, right above the chat. Our coach ran the ball. There was just an option attached to it. The thing is that you don't need to run that way every game just because your quarterback is mobile. I agree. And I don't know why we're not just calling more regular run plays. Maybe, Jalen's checking. I don't know. It makes no sense because it's like historically a low amount of running plays. Now he's about the flowers. I'll tell you right now, if our flower don't bloom today or tomorrow, if our flower don't bloom tomorrow against the Lions, we ain't just get ready for the next harvest season because this ain't gonna be very fruitful. You like that? That was a lot of puns right there. I love that. I'm proud of myself on that. However, he's young and work in progress. He's a rookie. Give Sirianni time. Yeah, look at that. Dank, you know how crazy that works for both of them. Everybody wants to say how Jalen Hurts is a rookie. So is Nick Sirianni. And I say it kind of trolling because, to be honest, like he has been trash. Both of them haven't been that great. But Nick Sirianni has not made me feel comfortable with him at all, if I'm being honest. Please don't talk about Flowers, Carlos. I'm glad Kellen Moore stayed with my Cowboys. He's going to be out. I also think Steichen is a problem too. Chargers fan were happy. Yeah, and everybody was calling it. Everybody was saying like he's going to run 15,000 screens. So we see it. We definitely see it. I mean, Shane Steichen did well with Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? But Justin Herbert just might be that guy that doesn't really need your OC helping him out too much. Head coach, defensive coordinator, and offensive coordinator can't develop enough to learn and study film. Yeah, the coaching staff has to be better. The coaching staff has to be better at getting their players in good positions. And, I will say the linebackers are absolute ghastly. Like, they don't fill their holes. They hesitate far too often when there's a gap and they don't fill the gap. So the guys are getting 4 or 5 yards off running just off rip. Pass wise, they're not really giving you much in coverage. So it's like it's a half a dozen or so. What's the quote? I always try to come up with these, these old time sayings, and I don't know them. I don't know. I got to listen to Jalen Hurts a little bit more. He has the sayings down. We'll see what happens with Dak. I hope he plays. I hope he doesn't. I hope y'all start losing. New merch is fire. Order of mine tonight. Yes, sir. Thank you, Philly girl. I appreciate that. I mean, how much work does Jalen put in? If he's not working hard and he's not translating on the field, then what can we say? All people argue is what he could be, not what he is now. Exactly. And, we've all been saying that he's a hard worker. We all say that he puts the work in and, he wants to be great. But, I want to be a great football player. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be. Like, some people just don't have it. The NFL is a different animal, man. It is what it is. Jalen needs to see all his reads. He does. He needs to take his time. Philly Mike just uploaded a video saying Cox and Dillard might be traded. I've been seeing that people have been talking about Dillard. Honestly, I don't see Fletcher Cox getting traded unless it's a great deal, just because Fletcher Cox has a crazy contract. And Andre Dillard, I think we would be idiots, to be honest, to trade them. But realistically, I don't believe any of these rumors. That's why I really don't try to, because we heard all these dumb rumors in the offseason, and all of them were fake. So I don't really believe it until I see it. We'll see what happens. But I do think that if we lose this game, we probably will see some guys go. But I don't believe them. That's just me. If DK and Justin Jefferson were on this team, I wonder if they'd be household names. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they just fall into what we are right now. Bad. We're just bad. I mean, we're poorly coached. It really comes down to if they were on this team, would Doug Peterson still be the head coach? That's a question you have to ask, right? Most likely, yes. And I feel like Doug Peterson made us competitive. He made us a competent team. But I mean, it is a household. Look, in Philly, we are one of the most brutal fan bases. I'll say it like that. If you play well, we're going to love you to death. If you play poorly, we're going to let you know about it every single day. What's up with the trade rumors? Nina, I don't believe them. Once it happens, we'll talk about it, but I just don't believe them until it happens, man. RPOs need to go. They just need to be ran right. I think, and anything in excess is too much, right? Anything that you do too much is too much. And that sounds stupid, but it's true. Anything that you overdo, people are going to start reading into. So you just have to do it right. You have to do what your team's good at. Start changing things up. I feel like we just stuck on one thing and we haven't changed all season. So we'll see what happens. No RPOs for this week. That they're going to be itching. Nick Sirianni going to be itching for those RPOs. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We already got 20 plus people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. Please do hit the like, though. I really feel like I have to reiterate this. It really does help push out the content, get more people here, and we're trying to grow. So really do appreciate you guys if you hit that like. The landlord says, bro, we ain't beating the Lions. Hurts owes me some rent. Yeah, rent has been past due. Rent has been past due, man. It is bad, bro. If you don't beat the Lions, you shouldn't have a job. It's true. I think it goes for a lot of people. If Jalen Hurts looks bad against the Lions, I think it's time to see what Gardner Minshew has for a game or two, just so that you can know what the hell is up with Nick Sirianni. If it's him, if it's the quarterback running his system, give him that one last chance and then ship him out, man. Most likely, honestly, Jalen Hurts is most likely going to be here next year. If they do not see a quarterback that they fall in love with, I don't see them, reaching for a quarterback this year unless they can get, a Russell Wilson or this guy or that guy. And in which case, who cares? I mean, hey, that's an upgrade, right? What's going on, Bird Gang 31? RPOs won't work by positioning with a good amount of running routes. They do need to focus on it. I mean, but it comes down to Hurts, too. Hurts has to hand the ball off. Why has Hurts regressed? Maybe teams have the blueprint. He's very stagnant. He does the same thing over and over. If you keep doing that, people are going to read it. So, we all know his scouting report, right? If he goes to the left, he's not going to throw the ball. If he runs to the right, he might throw the ball, but he's still probably going to run. He doesn't stay in the pocket. There's a lot of different things that you see with Jalen Hurts that should be changed by this point. I know people love that he's a rookie thing, but he has to change. He has to get better. Keep Dillard. I agree. we shouldn't trade Dillard because of injuries. I think that Dillard, honestly, I said this in the off season, and I'll say it again, man. I think that you put Dillard at that left tackle spot, and you let Jordan Mailata learn the right tackle spot. He learned the left tackle spot. Right tackle's not that much different, in my opinion, and Jordan Mailata is still learning anyways. So putting that on his plate, I don't think would derail his development. I think it just helps your team in the future. So, I mean, let's go. All these rumors surrounding me every day. I don't believe it. Just need some time to make a trade. Pink slip Sunday. Yeah, it's this is gonna be, people gonna have to know. People gonna have to figure out. There's no more, and I said this before, man. There's no more telling me calm down. There's no more telling me, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Give him time. If he loses to the Lions, and I'm not even just saying if he looks bad against the Lions, you're not telling me nothing. You're not telling me nothing. But either way, we got 30 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I do want to get into this, Philly, I'm sorry. Are you good, Convert? I want to get into this interview with my guy, Speak Easy. Go check him out, man. Go check him out on Twitter. His handle is going to be up on the screen, Speak Easy Sports _. Go check out his YouTube channel. He also works with Woodward Sports. Definitely go check them out. Doing some great things. This is a really good friend of mine. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. And today I have a very special guest. I got my brother, I got my boy Easy from over there at Speak Easy Podcast. Usually we have him in his studio, aka his motherfucking basement, you know what I'm saying? But we got him on the road today. What's going on, Easy?
What up, though, man? Hey, thanks for having me, man. You're a celebrity now, bro.
Far from it. You're killing it over there on Woodward. We always talk about it in the back scenes, but we kind of started off at the same time. Both are doing big things, so it's always a blessing to have you on here, man. But I know you're a busy man. I'm a busy man. Everybody's busy nowadays, so let's just hop right into it, man. We obviously have been waiting for this, the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think both teams would wish that we were doing this on better terms, but it is what it is. We're at week 8. So the first question I really want to ask you, I know, look, on the surface level, 0-7 is tough to swallow, but I know you guys have fought through a lot of games, and I know fighting isn't the same as winning all the time, but it's still good to watch. So just let me know, how are you feeling so far about the Lions this year?
This year, I'm hurting a little bit, because like you said, the losses just suck. But for the future, I'm feeling them. You know what I'm saying? Like the teams we've been in war with, or that had to depend on record-breaking field goals to beat us, are playoff teams, and that includes last week's LA Rams. So it gives me faith in this coaching staff's ability to like drum something up. Right? We're just missing the key pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not key pieces, but the Jimmys and Joes. We got the X's and O's. We see the Jimmys and Joes. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Now, you guys, the Eagles aren't the only one with a new head coach. Like you were saying, you got the staff going on over there. And our coach isn't the only one with quotables. I mean, your guy was out there trying to eat kneecaps or whatever it was back early in the offseason. So just let me know, how are you feeling so far about Dan Campbell with the Detroit Lions? How has he been doing so far, and all the new staff that you've had?
So that's the thing, is like Dan Campbell himself, I'm still like just a little bit lost on, because like he's a different dude, definitely a different dude. But the rest of the coaching staff, like we got your guy, Deuce. I like Deuce. Our run game has been the first time we've had a run game since my man Joyce was there. You know what I'm saying? And then Aaron Glenn, he's the one that's been impressed me the most, because in this game, it's not our offense is keeping us in them. You know what I'm saying? These aren't shootout games. It's these UDFAs, undrafted free agents, putting the back in, somehow covering, Matthew Stafford's LA Rams, supposed to be able to, spread the ball out to whoever, whenever. You know what I'm saying? Them stopping Lamar Jackson. Aaron Glenn from New Orleans Saints, he's our defensive coordinator. He's a real deal. I just hope that we can give him, like I said, the Jimmys and Joes before he's ready to go, because he's going to be a head coach one day.
Yeah, maybe we'll steal something from, because I know a lot of Eagles fans are very upset that you guys got Deuce Staley, so I know you probably triggered some people by even bringing him up. But now to keep on our similarities a little bit, you guys obviously have Jared Goff. We obviously have Jalen Hurts. I think it's going to be an interesting QB situation just because I feel like Goff is trying to prove himself. And I think that, Jalen Hurts, especially to me, because y'all know I'm very, very critical of him. So he's definitely trying to prove himself as well. But, let me know. You've heard me cry and complain about Jalen Hurts time and time again. How are you feeling about Jared Goff? Because we did talk early in the offseason. We did the draft, and you did pick a quarterback. So are you still there, or has he proven anything to you so far?
He's proven to me that he's only going to be here another year. This man, like, all due respect to any professional athlete, because I can't do what you do, right? But in terms of a fan, my team, he got to go. All right, I'd rather have Jalen Hurts because at least he can make something happen with his feet. You guys got some dubs, possibly because of it. He scored a couple times on the feet. He's a threat. And with Goff, he's just not a threat. He's just there. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to worry about. Like, I guess, let me ask you as an Eagles fan, like, are you worried about Jared Goff in any way, in any form?
I mean, realistically, no. But at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't have been worried about some of the people that have beaten us up. So it's like, I will say this, and I've said this to my subscribers like time and time again. I think I'm becoming like a defensive apologist, if that's a thing. But like, I think that my defense has played well against the teams that they're supposed to play well against, right? Like, you go against Atlanta, you kind of shut down Matt Ryan, who's kind of past maybe his prime, if you want to say that. You go against the Sam Darnold, you obviously beat him up. And even you look at a Jimmy Garoppolo, we kind of beat them up. We just lost the game. So Jared Goff, to me, should fall into that range. But at the same time, I'm starting to feel like this whole team is kind of giving up, to be honest. So, like, you might catch us where we just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, our whole team just doesn't care. Because that's what it's starting to feel like. So I'm not afraid of Jared Goff, but I'm afraid of my team giving a damn. You know what I'm saying? That's really where I'm at. But I mean, and this kind of brings me into my next question, because with the Eagles, we're obviously 2-7, and one can argue maybe we're a couple of plays away from being 3-6 or whatever you mean, 4-5, whatever you might say. But we're a couple plays away from winning a couple more games, right? But I do feel like there's a lot of reasons why we have it, whether it be the coach, whether it be, the play of the players, not even going to just solo out the quarterback. But let me know, what are you thinking with Detroit Lions? Is it just bad luck? Because you guys have been in most of your games. So is it just bad luck? Is it just, rookie mistakes? What's got you guys at 0-7?
Jared Goff doesn't read through his progressions. I don't know if that's like with him, his familiarity with the offense. But I remember, like, one of the things, that McVay picked on, or not picked on, but didn't like about Jared Goff is that exact thing. Like, McVay would have to pre-read the defense for him, which is literally insane because he's on a sideline. I'm saying, and Jared Goff had the whole field view. He would talk all the way up until the mic cuts off, the green dot. And this dude would just look at his first read and maybe the dump off. I think that's it. And I think that's really, really crippled us on offense, man. It really has. It's so frustrating to watch. I mean, we've watched. Our number one receiver right now is DeAndre Swift. Now, I'm not discounting DeAndre Swift, and he's a Philly native, by the way. But that just shouldn't be the case. You know what I'm saying? And now you brought up, because I get like there's not a lot of big names on a receiving core, but like, they're open, bro. Like, they're open.
It sounds very familiar. Trust me, that sounds very familiar. That's literally what I'm going through with Jalen Hurts. Is I feel like he doesn't look at the field. If his first read's not there, we don't even get to a dump off half the time. If I'm being 100% on it, we don't even get to the check down half the time with Jalen Hurts. But I guess it is what it is. But you did bring up your running game as well, and the Eagles have not been able to stop any running backs. I mean, like, you can put your water boy back there and he'll probably average like 4 or 5 yards a carry. So talk to me about your seriously. Talk to me about your running game. Do you think DeAndre Swift's going to go crazy against us?
Look, DeAndre Swift's like I said, he's a Philly native, and like, I thought that's going to be a little extra motivation because he's very prideful of it too. Because I was looking back and trying to get an interview with him, and that's something that they touched on in the process of it. And I mean, look, man, my team's 0-7. I don't feel too confident in saying they'll do anything. But that's the one thing we do well is run the football, and it's been against I want to say every team. Like sometimes, obviously, you look at the stats in the game don't look that way, but we've also given up on the run given the circumstances of being behind. But yeah, I think my team. I'm confident my team can. That's their strength in offense is running the football. I think we can probably get that going against most teams. So yeah, and I hope so. That's the case.
Hey, if you guys don't want to run this week, we will be okay with it. We will not. We're not going to pressure you. You guys can throw all you want, please. Now let's get into some of these matchups, man. Looking at the game Sunday, what key matchups do you feel the Lions have to win in order to win this game against the Eagles?
I think most importantly, because I don't want the ball in Jared Goff's hands, is that run game. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to get that going, and that way, Goff isn't given the opportunity to mess up. Um, and that's like mainly important one. I think other than that, like containing Jalen Hurts, I know like, and I've seen it. We were talking about the frustrations with throwing the football, but like when quarterbacks get busy with the feet, it's a mess, bro. And it opens up like little dump off passes that go for big yards because the defense is so damn scared about Jalen Hurts. Now with that said, though, we did contain Lamar Jackson, who won an MVP that's similar style. So I hope Aaron Glenn brings that same thing to the table. But I mean, those two matchups for me, man, is containing Jalen Hurts and running the football to keep it out of Jared Goff's hands.
Yeah, like you said, DeAndre Swift is your leading receiver. Well, Jalen Hurts is our leading rusher. And it doesn't look like we'll have Miles Sanders, so it's probably not going to change. And that's not saying much because he's running the ball like 13 times, and our other running backs are running it like maybe 5 combined, like maybe 5 times. It's been ridiculous. It'll be very interesting to see how we play against a team that we theoretically should jump out ahead against. Like we in theory should be able to get a lead. We have played well in the beginning of games. So like our first drive has been decent. I'm not gonna lie, we've scored a lot of points, which we're not used to. But then after that, it just like shuts down for 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, we'll put up mad garbage time points. So as long as it's not too close in garbage time, you guys should be good. You guys should be good. Now, I know a lot of media and fans, we all look at the top names, right? We've talked about DeAndre Swift, we've talked about Jared Goff, but is there any players that you think are kind of hidden on this roster that are going to make an impact on this game Sunday?
I'd say Khalif Raymond. He used to be with the Tennessee Titans last year, and then I think he was a practice squad guy before that. No, he wasn't. He just wasn't taking much PT. He's more of a special teams guy. But he's got speed, man. He's got that gift. He touches the ball. There's an opening. He can make a move and be gone. It's just matter of fact of just Jared Goff getting him the damn ball. I'd say that's a little secret weapon right there is Khalif Raymond. Outside of that, I mean, I'm not. You're probably familiar with that. I don't play fantasy football, but Jamal Williams, he's a dog. Now you don't break him for big yardage, but I mean, I feel like he's bound to this year because every time he don't, he's extremely upset about it. So I'd probably say those two. Then on defense, Jerry Jacobs. This dude has actually surprised me. Undrafted free agent who's had to step in and start. And again, like he's covering like Cooper Kupp and shit like that. And he's like doing like no, he didn't do a good job last week, but he's doing an okay job. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even looked at to be drafted from any type of team, and here you're starting in the NFL his rookie year. So it's probably those two: Jerry Jacobs, Khalif Raymond. If you want to throw Jamal Williams, but most people kind of know about Jamal.
Yeah, I like Khalif. Wasn't he on the Titans? Wasn't Khalif Raymond on the Titans prior to you guys? Yeah, I like that kid. Yeah, and another, I'm probably giving away too much of the sauce. Hopefully Dan Campbell ain't watching this, but I mean, the Eagles love to play our cornerbacks like 5 or 10 yards off of the line. So that scares me when you have somebody that's quick, that's, a punt returner at heart. You know what I'm saying? That can just basically become a punt returner, kick returner with the ball in his hand because you're going to have space. You're going to have the first 5-6 yards. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Now, I do want to talk about
you hear that, Dan?
Now, I do want to talk because honestly, with the Eagles, man, if we lose this game, it'll mean way more than winning it, in my opinion. Like if we lose this game, I'm thrown in the towel. I'm not gonna lie, and people are probably gonna, roast me in the comments.
About Lions like that, bro.
It's not even about the lines. It's just it's more so about us. Like, this is a game that you look at your schedule and you're like, all right, we should at least win this game. And you look at the schedule remaining. If you consider yourself a competitive team at all, this is a game you have to win. So, for us, if the Eagles are to lose this game, especially if it's a bad offensive output, you might be seeing Jalen Hurts on the bench. You might be seeing a whole bunch of trades this weekend. So this can mean a lot for the Eagles, for the future of the Philadelphia Eagles. But I want to know, what do you think a win or a loss would mean for the Detroit Lions? Would it mean anything?
We need to win. As much as like I said, we got the X's and O's with Dan Campbell and the staff. For our culture, I feel like we need that dub, and I know we're hungry for it. Our lead guy, Dan Campbell, who you know is also like a macho man type dude, crying at the damn podium. I'm saying, so like, I love you, Joe, but like, we need this dub, fam. Like, we might have to put a shovel of dirt on these Eagles, man. But I got cash real quick. Man. Are you a little bit though? Like, you a little bit surprised, like, with the games, the competitive that you've had from the Eagles this year? Like, were you expecting worse, or was this what you expected?
I wasn't expecting to win games. I wasn't expecting to be a great team. Like, before the season started, I said that we were going to win between like 6 and 9 games, and we're still probably on pace to do that. Like I said, our schedule gets a lot easier after these games. Or now it starts to get easier, in theory, at least I should say. But the execution is not what I thought it would be. Like, the way that we're playing the game is definitely not what I thought it was going to be, and it's not about the wins or losses. It's literally what happens in those 60 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the coaching staff doesn't look like they really know what the heck they're doing. Doesn't seem like anything they did in the off season was for this season. It's just a really, really weird season. So I am disappointed in the fact that I don't think that we really learned much about this team. And like I said, Jalen Hurts might not be our starter past this week. If he loses this game, there's no, and you'll see it. If we lose this game, easy, you're gonna see the angry Joe Castro. Like, I'm gonna go crazy, because this is a game you have to win. This is a game that should be winnable, and you have to at least perform well. Even if we lose this game, I need to see Jalen Hurts go out there and be a passer, be a quarterback. I'm sure he's gonna have 10 carries for like 80 yards or some dumb stuff like that, because we don't use our running backs. But I am disappointed. It's not what I expected at all. Win-wise, win total-wise, not too surprised. But as far as how we've played the games, I'm very disappointed, to be honest, and very surprised. I thought we would be at least competitive, at least competent. You know what I'm saying? I hate to use that word, but I don't even feel like we've been competent in football games. So it sucks. I'm not gonna, but see, that's why I ask you, about your team, because I know you guys are 0-7, but honestly, I like your 0-7 better than I like our 2-5. Like, you guys have fought through games, like, and that might sound stupid, but you guys have fought through games. You guys have been close in a lot of games that realistically you might have not. You should have probably not been, right? You probably shouldn't have been as close with the Ravens or the Rams. So, wins and losses don't tell everything, but I would take the 0-7 and learning about my team like you guys are over the 2-5, that it just feels like, it's false hope. We're not really winning games. Other teams are just losing them. Like, it sucks. It really does suck. But, so the final thing I do want to ask you about, man, is what's your prediction, bro? Like, you don't got to give a score, but do you think this is a dub? Do you think this is an L? What do you think about this game?
I'm scared, bro, because last time I felt confident in the prediction. The Bengals game happened, and that was the one game where you didn't see the kneecap biting team that we were promised. So I'm nervous, man. But I will say this though: the Eagles, like, record wise and like on film, have been. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. They have been worse than the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals are good as fuck right now. That ain't even a question. But
yeah, facts.
I think. Look, man, I'm not trying to jinx it, bro. It'll be a good game, all right? I feel like I want to be happy Sunday. I feel like I'm gonna be happy Sunday. I'll put it that way. I don't want to jinx too much, but I might be happy, man. I hope Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift, get in the end zone a couple of times, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I'm a jinx it, because I really don't care anymore. We gonna win this game. We better win this game. We better win it handedly. Like, Man, I tell you right now, I'm telling you, that Sunday stream will be so depressing if we lose that game. I promise you. And the worst part is
Are
I
we
got to
gonna?
work that day too. So I'm gonna be going
Uh,
into work mad as hell after that game if we lose. But hey, easy man. I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Go get yourself to work, bro. But let them know where they can find you, man. Let them know where they can get your content.
yeah, but you guys find all my social media at Speakeasy Sports underscore. I'm really trying to get rid of that underscore, but I can't get a hold of the other dude. But it's whatever. Most of my content, the stuff I guess that I met Joe at was YouTube though, so that's just Speakeasy Sports. I got stuff with your guy Darius Slay we talked about. Um, sorry, I just had to pull in here real quick. No,
You
but I
good?
mean, I got tons of interviews, man. I got interviews, with porn stars. Got friggin' I try to go crazy with it. Check me
Definitely,
out.
yeah, and I definitely stamp it, bro. Like I said, Easy's like a brother to me. So we've been. It's funny. I'm gonna let you go, but I have to say this before I do. We've been literally holding this off all week. I didn't do any other Lions content creators. I was like, I'm gonna wait for my boy Easy.
So I
We gonna
appreciate
get
that
this
so much.
in, bro. So it's always a blessing having you on, man. And maybe we'll talk after the game, depending on how
I
mad I
want
get.
to. All right, cool. I
But
want
Easy.
to.
But Easy, I appreciate you, man. And we'll talk after this, brother. I do appreciate you. But other than that, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to throw Easy's link to his YouTube channel in the description. So definitely go show him love. Like I say, he's like family. Just pick the wrong team. You know, everybody got that family member that's with the wrong squad. But it is what it is, man. But other than that, man, it is Fly Eagles Fly. And we are out here. Peace. So shout out to my guy Easy. Definitely go check him out, bro. Like just not only for the Detroit Lions content, but he's had Glover Quinn, I think he's had on. He works with Joik Bell. He's had Darius Slay on a couple times. So he does his thing, man, and he's had a whole bevy of interviews. So he's awesome, dude, man. I was so glad to be able to get him on. But look, man, I think we can win this game. I think we better win this game. Now I know I got to talk to Yoda Black. Yoda Black. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't nobody care what Aaron Rodgers did. Aaron Rodgers isn't an Eagle. Aaron Rodgers has proven himself over and over again. And this is what upsets me. This is what upsets me about a lot of Eagles fans is that Eagles fans want to compare our situation to so many others. We're not in the same situation as other teams. Other teams have their situation figured out. We are not the Green Bay Packers. We are not, the even the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff. Like, we don't know what our quarterback is. You can say you know what Jared Goff is because he's played for like 3 or 4 years and he's been who he is. We don't know what Jalen Hurts is, and Jalen Hurts, when he shows us who he is, then we have to believe him, and that's it. So I'm seeing what he is, and I'm believing it. It is what it is. That's all I'm at. What does Jalen do best? He makes some great quotes, man. America's Game of the Week equals at Lions. Yeah, that would be interesting. If we run the ball, we will win this game. I tend to agree with that. Bro, everyone in the league is jealous we have Sirianni, and they don't imagine having that no-name coach in New England, such losers. Yeah, hey, right? I mean, it's Sirianni or Belichick. I mean, realistically, can Sirianni garden can Belichick garden? I want to see Belichick's garden. I want to see how fruitful his garden is. Is it the car Wi-Fi or is he busy? Yeah, probably car Wi-Fi. I mean, oh no, it was pre-recorded. It was pre-recorded, so that was the end of it. But yeah, he was going to work, man. He works for Woodward Sports, so definitely go check them out. And like I said, go check out Speak Easy, man. That's my boy. I hate when they compare the coach to other coaches and our quarterback. This isn't any other place. Exactly. I'm not looking at other teams. I'm looking at mine. He can throw from the pocket. We have seen it a few times this season. Just he has to learn. We putting pressure on this kid in his 12th start. Come on. Few times in 11 games now, or we're 7 games into this season. It's 7 games. You can only think of a few times he's thrown from the pocket. Come on. I mean, my biggest thing with him is his consistency. That's the only thing. That if he can get more consistent, because I will say to the death of me, he's shown flashes. He's shown the ability to play in this league, and I won't take that away from him. But he hasn't shown me that he can consistently be that guy. So until he can show me that, there's not much I can say. Convert, show me a pocket throw from the pocket where he hit a guy in straight. Facts. That's a fact. Jalen needs to throw from the pocket more this game. We know his feet get excited and wants to run, but he has to pass from the pocket. It's a fact. Look, if he can get consistent, he's a threat. He really is. Like, you can't teach speed like that, right? You can't teach agility like that. So to have that and be a +1 quarterback in that aspect, and then also be able to add a consistent arm to it, and he doesn't have to throw 60 yards, 70 yards every other play. I don't need him to be that guy. I need him to be the guy that when the play's there, he makes it on a consistent basis. And that is not too much to ask for. That is not. I just want to see him get better, and I feel like he has not since college. Since college, I have not seen an improvement in the things that we are worried about with him. I believe in Hurts with a good coaching scheme and him learning he can be a top 10 quarterback in this league. I mean, that's faith right there. That's having faith right there, because he has not shown us that. I'm sorry. Last game, he stood in the pocket and delivered, but if you watch the game, our offensive line was garbage. He had 67 yards. Like, I really don't get. I don't get what people see, man. Hurts in the scheme, they run for Mac Jones. He's a totally different quarterback. Low passes, running game, and defense. I mean, Mac Jones threw for like 40 times in his last game, I believe. So you think that Jalen Hurts can throw 40 times and keep them in a game? I don't. Didn't we say Carson was best on the run? Carson was different, though. Carson had an arm. Carson was best at getting outside the pocket and having that extra second outside the pocket because he liked to make plays down the field. So that was a little bit different. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is best outside the pocket because he likes to run. That's a difference to me. Our line collapses what you expect. When does Jalen Hurts literally has the most time in the pocket of any quarterback right now? What are you guys watching? The line, the line is going to collapse after like 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, that does happen. I really don't get what I don't know. I don't get what y'all expect from the line. Like, y'all want the line to hold up for like 10 seconds every play. That's just not realistic. Carson is a top 3 quarterback right now on third downs. That's what he excels at. He's a guy that can make plays down the field. Here you go again. Rodgers had 57 yards, but because he has a DC that isn't brain dead, it didn't matter. No, because they went into that. Why do you care about what the Packers have? So you're telling me right now that Rodgers is on the same plane as Jalen Hurts. Tell me that's what you're saying, because that makes zero sense that you keep up on bringing Rodgers. Would you not rather have Rodgers right now? Because I would. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest for once. Like, stop trying to make excuses for Jalen Hurts and just accept what it is right now. Y'all make me sound like a hater because y'all come up with weird, like, defenses for him, man. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Do you think Goff or number 11 have gotten better every year? I think Wentz did until he got injured. And I think that, I think that he came into the league what he is right now, which was a good quarterback. Goff, I never thought Goff was that good, to be honest, but he's not doing horribly with the Lions. And when he was with Sean McVay, obviously he put up numbers. And, Sean McVay is kind of an offensive genius, in my opinion. But I don't think that they're great. But I do think that they're both better than Jalen Hurts. Like, right now, Jalen Hurts will have to be more consistent. Technique has to be better. Different arm angles. He doesn't have the arm angles. He's not consistent with his accuracy. He's not consistent on his deep ball. It's just his mechanics are all off. Like, we have to be realistic, and some of that is on the coaching, but some of that is on you as well as a player. You have to get better in the offseason. When our O-line is not collapsing every damn play, just watch Jalen can throw from the pocket. I have not seen this. The offensive line has given up some sacks. Yeah, the offensive line has not been perfect. But realistically, I don't think our offensive line has been that bad. I feel like we're cutting our nose to spite our face, which makes zero sense. Like, our offensive line has been pretty damn good, especially for being young. These are all young guys. We haven't had our starters in there all season damn near. So I like what I'm seeing out of this offensive line. At the end of the day, there's plenty of plays where the offensive line held up and Jalen Hurts just runs away. So why not bring that up? Let's bring that up. You guys want to bring up the 2 or 3 plays a game that the offensive line's not getting 5 seconds of time for Jalen Hurts. Let's talk about the times he has 3 seconds and runs away after 1. Let's talk about that. Rodgers is a future Hall of Fame. Facts. Jalen has an arm. His accuracy is not all the way there, but he is learning. I believe in Hurts. just as much as I believe. That's fine. You can believe in him. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. Like, it is what it is. Ain't nobody telling you not to believe in him. Rodgers is already a Hall of Famer. Why is that even a debate? I don't know why you even compare the two. It makes zero sense to compare the two. And it was totally different games. This guy's going against Arizona's defense. They were undefeated before that game. And you're talking about the Raiders. We're talking about the Raiders. Come on, man. Come on, man. Done with Hurts. Really, I would draft the QB in 2022. Tyler Show. What's going on, Show Enough? Hey, I mean, look, I've said it before, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. If you don't have a quarterback that you fall in love with in this draft, wait it out a year. Wait it out a year and build your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot more issues than just Jalen Hurts. You think I wouldn't want Rodgers on my Cowboys right now as much as I like Dak? I mean, anybody would. Anybody would. If we didn't have his former head coach. Yeah, true. Hurts does need to utilize the running game and not from RPO. It's like playing with one arm tied behind his back, have to keep the defense guessing, and then he can sneak in those bad throws. I mean, but it's on him too with those RPOs. There's a lot of times he just keeps the ball. And this was something that he had an issue with in Alabama. He had the same issue in Oklahoma. When it's a RPO, when it's a read, he takes the ball. That's who he is. That's what he wants to be. And, you know, you just can't do that right now. Philly watched the film for most of our game, especially the Raiders. Yannick was bullying Jordan. And I've watched the game plenty of times. Yes, there were times that they got bullied. But at the same time, there were times that Jalen ran out of the clean pocket. Honestly, how many times have we seen? And, yeah, not just, dang, that's a perfect, and not just running into a sack. He throws into pressure time and time again. Just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, watch the games before that when he was standing in the pocket. He runs up, hops back, then runs out, then throws it away. Yeah, he just doesn't know how to use his feet. He doesn't know how to use his mechanics, and they're not properly, he's not properly developed. So this is 2 years in. We have to see some type of development. I haven't seen anything get better. I have not seen anything get better. We can talk about numbers all we want, but when you look at the film, when you look at the raw footage, his mechanics are still the same from last year and in college. He's still doing the same things that he had problems with in college and prior to this year. So, I mean, we got to be honest, man. At some point, we have to be real with ourselves. We got to stop making excuses and just be honest with what we see. We have a problem on the edge. Our interior O-line is good, and I know everyone got their opinion, but all I ask is for people to be patient with him. Don't give up on him just yet. Hey, yeah, I'm not giving up on him. Like I said, I'm telling you what I see. The coaching is bad, scheme is trash, but Hurts misses layups consistently, and we all know he leaves a clean pocket. You have to fix those things in college, Tyler Show. And not just that, you had a whole offseason. You had a whole year last year. You worked with like that dude that worked with Deshaun Watson. I think you worked with Ryan. Like, he worked with all these great quarterbacks. I mean, come on. Like, I don't know, how long do you give somebody? You give them 3 years? You give him 4 years? Like, how long? I really just don't get it. Hey, Big Joe, what I see is Hurts is not bad. It's the coaching. Hurts. All right, so let's capsulate all this, right? Hurts isn't bad. Hurts doesn't click his feet when he drops back. Hurts doesn't do hop steps on his three-step drops. I can't talk. Hurts doesn't consistently underthrow almost every throw, not just a deep throw. He consistently underthrows every type of throw. Like, you guys look at one play and be like, oh, look at that. It's not consistent. I just don't get why everybody wants to blame. You can tell what's going on with your quarterback. You can see it every play. The fact that he's getting so many throws should show you even more. He's not making good throws. It's one thing if he's making good throws and the defense are just all over it. There's people that are open. He's not getting it to him. We overuse Devontae Smith. We look at Devontae Smith every single play. You know, you guys last year were all I don't want to say all you guys, but a lot of people were harping that Jalen Hurts is a one-read quarterback. And he still is. So now that he's our quarterback, you guys want to make up excuses for him. I'm not with it. I want a quarterback that's going to win us games. And right now, he's not a quarterback that I can see us winning games with in the future. Not this year, but in the future. Hurts can get out of sacks unlike Wentz. Wentz was getting out of mad sack. What are you talking? Guys, come on, man. Come on. So we're just gonna ignore how elusive Wentz was, and then still made throws down the field. Like, let's be real. I was one of the biggest haters on Wentz because I hated his mentality. I thought that he gave up on us, but I'll never deny his talent. Like, come on. Like, if we could put Carson Wentz's talent in Jalen Hurts, we would have a great quarterback, in my opinion. But we just don't have that right now. Also, watch the All-22 and see all the wide open receivers. Some of this stuff has to come natural and can't be taught. It's the truth. He had overthrows all game. Okay, guys. Okay. Nick is just different type of bad. Just like a normal person, Hurts can learn from his mistakes. But he hasn't. We're 2 years in, guys. We're 2 years in. Nothing's changed, guys. Come on. Why do you guys want to die on this hill? Why can't we just all get to the same point that he has to get better and then move on? Like, that's all we got to say. We got to say he got to get better. And if he doesn't get better, we got to figure something else out. I just don't understand how long you guys are going to call him a rookie. Too much hang time on the deep balls. Jalen's a different type of inaccurate. What quarterback doesn't make mistakes? All quarterback makes mistakes, but it becomes a thing of consistency. Are you a consistent quarterback? And he is not. The mechanics are off. This can be coached. He is not the guy right now. Exactly. It can be coached, and he's had a lot of people trying to coach him that. Like, bro, he went from Lincoln Riley, who's one of the best offensive minds in college football. He went from Alabama, obviously, with Nick Saban, one of the best. They didn't have necessarily the best quarterback history until most recently. Now they're having some success with the quarterbacks at the NFL level. But, you go from some of the best head coaches in the college football right now, right? You go from that. You come to the Eagles. Obviously, we don't have the greatest coaching staff, but in the offseason, you have a full season with the Eagles. Then in the offseason, you work with a QB guru. He doesn't get your mechanics right. What is it going to take? That's my question. What is it going to take? There's only so much development that can happen during the season because you're game planning for other teams. You're trying to get everybody else going. It is what it is. There's 3 quarterbacks that these coaches have to worry about. Or now, 3, yeah, because we got that Sinek guy. But there's 3 guys that got to be worried about. At the end of the day, when you are the franchise quarterback, you have to get better on your own every offseason. And he has not. All right, guys. And like I said, he's probably going to get another year. I'm just saying it's time to start realizing what his issues are. And it's his mechanics. And those are things that definitely can be taught, but he got to learn. What QB would you like to see? And that's another thing that I hate. Why does it have to become, well, then what's the other option? The other option is just being honest. What was Wentz doing with us, Philly? You seen all those sacks he ran into and not get. That was towards the end. Yeah, like last year he looked terrible, but 2017, 2016, even 2018, I mean, he was making some plays. Even 2019 when we made that run, he was making some damn plays. Like, let's not forget that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We make a lot of excuses for Jalen Hurts, and then we want to forget some stuff about everybody else. This Hurts debate is going to go on all season. Oh, it definitely is. And it'll probably go on into next year. Bro, I didn't want Wentz or Hurts. I mean, these coaching staff didn't seem like they did either. So why did Carson have most turnovers last year if he has talent? I'm not sure. I mean, the team was in shambles. Like, what do you mean? The team was in shambles. Like, we had 14 different offensive lines, and he gave up after a while, it seemed like. So, I mean, I don't get the same excuses you use for Hurts. Why don't you use them for Carson? The same excuses you use for Hurts. Why can't they be used for Nick Sirianni? He's a rookie. Jonathan Gannon's a rookie. Why can't they be used for them? Oh, because it doesn't fit the narrative, right? It doesn't fit the, everybody just hates Hurts narrative, right? Come on, stop it. You can train decision making and you are right. Nothing has changed. I'm not defending him. I don't really think you can coach decision making. I really don't think you can. I think that's something you either have the comfortability in the pocket to do that or you don't. You know, that's something that comes in live reps. And if you're not going to get better, you're not going to get better. It's just, I think that's one of those things. You can coach mechanics. You can coach a lot of things. Mentality is something you have to have. Hurts needs a better coach and running game. Yeah, any quarterback needs that. But That's not holding him back. Like, the lack of our running game is not making his mechanics worse. The lack of our running game is not making him inaccurate. These are things he's doing. Last year, no one expected Hurts to play like that. Yeah, nobody had anything on him. Oh, Wentz. Yeah, nobody expected that. All QBs make mistakes, but the good ones show something, some kind of instinct. Hurts' instinct is to just run. Exactly. Carson has more physical talent, but his mechanics were off, just like Jalen's are. Yeah, but Carson just had the physical talent to kind of overcome that stuff. I mean, it is what it is. If you look at somebody like Aaron Rodgers, which I'm not calling Carson Wentz Aaron Rodgers, but if you look at Aaron Rodgers, his mechanics are all over the place sometimes. Like, it's like, how do you even make these throws sometimes? But some people just have the talent. You act like Carson Wentz is out there balling. My guy has a great running game. He's not doing that much better than he was with us. I mean, it is what it is. They're not winning games. Honestly, what is the difference? Wentz learned from his mistakes, and what is different where it hurts? I don't get what you mean. I mean, the difference is he went from 2016 being decent and we saw the improvement in Carson Wentz and the talent that he had, and then the second year he was almost the MVP. I'll give you this now, just to play along with this thought process. Hurts is a rookie to you guys this year, right? So this is his rookie year. If we added somebody like an Allen Robinson, and we'll call that our Alshon, do you realistically think Jalen Hurts could be on the path to being an MVP next year? There's zero chance that he would be an MVP. I'm sorry. To me, if you guys keep on comparing him to Wentz, realize that's the trajectory you're putting him on. And I just don't see it. The throwing, improper footwork, dropping dimes, etc., that comes from muscle memory, and Jalen just focuses on the wrong things. He looks at the line too much. He looks at the run, the pass rush far too often. His eyes, and this, bro, you can look at the scouting report when he was coming out of college. That was exactly what they said, is that his eyes drop and he wants to run far too quick. He doesn't let the play develop. Y'all still slandering Wentz's name. Get over it. Focus on getting Roseman out of the organization. Wentz had injuries that hurt his movement. Carson is soft. That's why Carson is definitely soft. You can't train decision making with that. Yeah, it's something you'd have or you don't. Even then, Wentz is 3-4 and a bad 49ers team. Or beat a bad 49ers team and Bob Monsoon. Bill Belichick was a rookie one time. Nick will be fine. I mean, shoot, if we go back to when Andy Reid was a rookie, Andy Reid started off his career 2-5, so he's a rookie, guys. He's a rookie. You guys want to bring up all these random, but no, I know it's different, right? I know it's different, right? Can't coach decision making. The timing development will come with time and reps, y'all. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. The coaching staff is a problem. Jalen takes a part in the problem, but he can be a good quarterback with a run game. We don't know that. We don't know that. People are just assuming. I don't think that a running game changes who he is. You know what I'm saying? His issues have nothing to do with the run game. His issues are solely on him. Decision making and his lack of fundamentals and mechanics, that's on him. That, like, Miles Sanders having the ball 30 times will not change the fact that Jalen Hurts needs to work on his mechanics. It just doesn't change it. It will mask it. You know what I'm saying? It'll mask it, and maybe we win more games, but it doesn't change who he is. Sirianni needs to go back to school and study botany. Yeah. What's going on, BLSG? What's good, Joe? Just came in to say, by the way, what's up, by the way? Let's go. Why'd you have to come in here like that, man? Why'd you have to come in here like that? Howard coming up from the practice squad, reported from John Clark. Yeah, he might be getting some starting. He's been getting starting reps in practice, so he might see a bulk of carries, which is just weird to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know what this team's thinking, to be honest. Carson's sophomore year, he was leading MVP. That's the difference. Facts. There's not that trajectory. Like, even in his rookie year, he beat teams like the Steelers that were really good that year. We went on like that 3-1, and then we kind of fell apart. But like, realistically, he had nobody. He had like Jordan Matthews as his best wide receiver. Like, I think that our offense is better than what it was back then outside of the running backs. And realistically, we didn't run that much back then in 2016. So, I don't know. We ran a lot in 2017, and we didn't do that until we lost to the Chiefs. So, I mean, there hasn't been that moment that they've all went to the coach and was like, we have to run the ball. So, I don't know. The fact Carson Wentz and Doug P were rookies at their respective positions, and we did well, shows a lot about those two facts. The common denominator is how we can't evaluate a quarterback to say I disagree with that. I think that when he gets a quarterback in the first round, we've done well. We've done well. And I don't think Jalen Hurts is absolute garbage. I just don't think he's a starter right now. And I think that he'll take some time. If you have 3 or 4 years that you can mask his deficiencies, I think he can become a really good quarterback. I don't know about top 10, but I think he can become a serviceable quarterback here. But like I said, it's going to take a couple years. And if you're willing to do that, then you're willing to do that. How is not having a running, how does RPO play action even work if they know you aren't running the back? Bro, Bobby, I'm saying that his issues are his fundamentals, his mechanics, and his accuracy. What does having a run game fix that? How does having a run game fix that? But y'all need to listen to what y'all say. Read out your comments before you post them. At least 2 or 3 times, because y'all love to talk junk like I don't know what I'm talking about, but you can watch the game and see him playing poorly. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand this whole concept of not having a running game or having a running game will make him more accurate. Having a running game will make him not click his heels every time he drops back. Like, having a running game will not make him leave a clean pocket after 2 seconds. That's the asinine statements. That he's a rookie, that's an asinine statement. Need some help? What's going on with the LA Rams and Deshaun Jackson? No, I'm good, bro. I don't want Deshaun back. People said there was 0 chance Lamar. Nobody said that, bro. Like, literally, I don't know who said that. Like, I ain't say that. That makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. Lamar was a first-round quarterback. Lamar played his tail off in Louisville. Lamar never lost his job. Lamar was a very accurate quarterback in college. And when he came to the NFL, they had no wide receivers. They had 0 wide receivers, so he threw to the tight end a lot, and he made it work. So, I mean, I don't agree with that at all. Y'all can listen to all these people feeding y'all this weird narrative about Jalen Hurts. He's just not playing well. Carson had way better coaching, but y'all wanted our coaches gone. Y'all wanted our coaches gone. Like, that's the thing, man. You can't go back. You can't just run back on your statements. Like, I don't get it. Stop trying to make a narrative work for you. What's going on, Doug Smith? What's going on, brother? Go check out my guy, Touchdown with Doug Smith, man. He does some great work, man. I love his show, man. Listen, I agree. Hurts is not the best this season, but all I'm saying is Hurts gets a running game. He can win us games. If we get a run game, then it's going to be the run game winning us those games. It's not going to be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. Like, this is where we're at right now. We're either going to mask his deficiencies or we're going to realize he's not the quarterback for this system. That's what y'all got to realize. Howie Roseman isn't going to go anywhere. This offensive philosophy is not going to change. This is who they want to be. They want to be a pass-first team. And if he's not going to be a guy that can consistently make those plays, it is what it is. Like, we have to find a guy that can. It just is what it is. Y'all are looking at it from like a Madden standpoint. Like, oh, I would have him on my team and we would just run it like this. That's not who we are. We should have kept Wentz and Doug P. I wonder how this team would be if they were still in Philly. I feel we gave up on them too soon. I don't know who gave up on who. I don't know if Carson gave up on us. I don't know. Jalen and Carson stats are damn near identical in the first 12 games. Y'all love y'all numbers. Y'all love y'all numbers. Those numbers do not tell the full story, man. Y'all gonna read numbers to the death of me. I really don't care. They don't tell the full story. Colts getting dropped off by the Titans tomorrow, yo. I hope so. I hope the Colts keep losing, man. Get us that first round pick. That can be said about a lot of QBs. I'm sure Tyrod Taylor can have a great game if they run the ball. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, look at Tannehill. So you want to do it with like Tannehill, just get a running back that can play all freaking game and go crazy and average 5 attempt on 30 attempts. Then we got to go get that running back. That, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to be a run first team and you're not caring about the who your quarterback is, because then we can just put anybody at quarterback if that's what you want. If you want to get a run team and just be a run team, then put in Gardner. Gardner can do the same damn thing, or put in keep Hurts. And like you're trying to tell me that Jalen Hurts becomes a better player from a run game, and he doesn't. He's gonna be the same player. You know what I'm saying? He might develop slowly over time because I just don't see it. I personally feel like Jalen Hurts has not hit his ceiling yet. The O-line is still coming together, so once that comes together, I believe he will continue to. We'll see what happens against the Lions, man, but this is kind of my final straw. Derek Barnett, 0 sacks. Yeah. Colts are favored. Oh, sure. Colts ain't beating the Titans. Yeah, I doubt it. I want to see Howard light it up. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's finally back. I think a run game will Hurts have less. It definitely will. I mean, if you don't make it, Carson went 7-9 his rookie year. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He won some games. He's playing for his career. If he fails, it's over. I don't know if he's who are you talking about, Carson, or how about we forget those 3 or 4 games last season and just talk about this? Without these 3 or 4 games, Hurts is a rookie. Oh my God, I'm just not gonna read these rookie comments anymore. Jalen can finish 8-8. We got 10 games left. The delusion, man. People are delusional. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all just are delusional, in my opinion. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all supporting, man. But some of the stuff y'all say is just delusional. Keep Dillard. Last 2 games, he has been the best of the 3 tackles between Lane, Jordan, and Trade Lane. I agree. But Joe, the quarterback, he always have foot and mechanic. What? Quarterbacks always have foot and mechanic issues? I don't believe that. If you're saying just rookies, that's not true either. This season is a lost season right now. I am looking at the off season. Let Hurts go over this season and learn from what then. I mean, I want to say that's fine. I don't know. Like, I feel like y'all just want Hurts to play. Y'all not looking at the game. Y'all just want him to play. Part of me really feels like you don't believe in Jalen Hurts. You just don't want to go with another quarterback. You want him to be the quarterback, and that's fine. I'm just telling you what I see. This whole team's going to take a couple years to develop. Why not? Hurts lead the team, use those high draft picks on huge holes, and didn't Hurts cool the Saints' #1 defense? Not really. He had 1 good half against them, and we played against a terrible quarterback. I mean, that's really what happened. But, hey, go off, bro. What happened to the days of having a QB that had a rocket, excluding Foles? They seem to love quarterbacks that have borderline noodle arms. I mean, Carson had a really good arm, in my opinion. Deshaun should stay with the Rams. I was one of those that wanted the coaches gone and still think that was a good decision, especially with the good coaches starting to leave. Now I want these coaches gone. It looks to me he's getting worse every week. You can make that argument. There's literally a compilation of NFL talent saying Lamar couldn't throw. Okay, good for them. Let's hear what they say about Jalen Hurts, because they probably love him, right? Numbers are stats. Stats are what you get after a game. What do your eyes tell you? Exactly. Speaking of Madden, that's how Nick Sirianni, it's on rookie level. We know Hurts' ceiling. We need him to raise his floor. Facts. Everybody has a pretty similar ceiling, right? Everybody can be great because they're in the NFL. You have talent. Mailata should move to left guard. We should draft a left tackle. I like Andre Dillard, if I'm being honest. I don't know why everybody gave up on Andre Dillard so quick. We have had the most offensive line sets in the NFL, but Jalen runs too early. This is crazy. What? What are you talking about? You're the black. I don't know, man. You need a coffee, bro. You need to wake up, man. Joe has known that Wentz had mechanic and foot issues coming out of. Yeah, but he had the arm talent to get over it. He had the arm talent to get past it. Trading away players isn't the answer and isn't going to help you. I'll put us in a deeper hole. Stop the trade requests. Depending on who it is, yeah, I agree. Hurts is already better than Wentz at his toe start. Come on, man. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, people just like Jalen and want to hold on to him. He's not the guy right now. They need to just drop the topic. We aren't in control anyways. Exactly. You adding garbage time stats. What's going on, Marianne? Trading isn't the answer. Look where we are at firing Doug Peterson and trading Wentz. And everybody keeps talking about, trading Fletcher Cox. Unless the deal is amazing, I don't see it happening. Like we're gonna owe that man a lot of money if we do end up trading him. So I don't, a lot of dead money is gonna go into trading him and Lane Johnson. I think it's like $20 million between the two if we trade them both. Last year we had 14. This year we've been pretty consistent with who we've had at the offensive line. So, and that goes to you over here saying everybody buffing Carson Wentz. Guess who went through those offensive line changes? Carson Wentz, Yoda Black. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Crazy. Cooper Rush will beat the Vikings, baby. What's going on, Dak Prescott? I haven't seen you in forever, bro. Where you been? I'm good on Hurts and Wentz. We need Tyler Show. Stats are stats. Deuce Staley will get his revenge from being overlooked. Lions 0-7. Why wouldn't y'all beat them? But if y'all lose, then y'all are officially garbage. I agree. $22 million to be precise. It's a lot of dead money. That's a lot of dead money. School, well, I'm glad you taking school serious, man. I'm okay paying Cox. He deserves it. Yeah, I mean, well, we're going to pay him either way, whether he's on the team or not. He's going to get that money. So, I mean, are you willing to take $22 million in dead cap? I'm not. I'm not really down for that. I don't think it's worth it. Unless, like, you're getting, like, a first-round pick and some for Fletcher Cox and a Lane Johnson. You have to get some really good return on investment if you're going to trade them. I don't care. So strong defense is causing teams to go 3-and-out and causing turnovers. Help young QBs. 3 first-round picks. Strengthen the D. Give Gannon the ultimatum to change his scheme or hit the road. So, I mean, everything else has to be perfect for Jalen Hurts to be good is what I'm getting. Okay. So let's just build everything around Jalen Hurts. Let's just force the square peg in the round hole. Like, that's what y'all trying to do. And I don't even hate Jalen Hurts, but I hate this mentality. It's weird because Jalen looks so much more of a natural thrower at Alabama. Philly, if Hurts wins versus the Lions and has a good game, would you give him the rest of the season? I mean, I still think that we should see what Gardner Minshew has just to see what Nick Sirianni is. But I winning or losing this game really doesn't prove anything to me. Like, I think losing this game tells me more than winning this game. But I mean, I'm not gonna jump off the ledge either way, to be honest. Well, as you can see, Gannon ain't gonna change ish, so he should hit the road. All these guys ain't gonna change nothing, but I feel like it comes from the top. Maybe not so much defensively, but offensively, it definitely comes from the top. Like, Howie and Jeffrey want a certain type of team. It just is what it is. I think he's playing not to make mistakes because he hasn't had a long leash. Zach Wilson, Fields, and Lawrence have all been below average this year. Fields is on a terrible team. Zach Wilson is on a terrible team, and Lawrence is on a terrible team. So if you get them a run game, if you get them a great defense, if you get them this, if you get them that, they can all be great, right? Like, why do we compare and then make excuses? I don't know. Think we've seen what Nick Sirianni is? I don't know. It might be that Hurts, isn't the guy he wants. Like Marianne just said, Hurts wasn't Sirianni's guy to begin with. Howie is forcing him on Sirianni, just like how he got them trash linebackers for Gannon. Exactly. I don't think we see Gardner until the last few games because of his contract. If he plays, I think 3 or more games, the pick changes. Excuses. Y'all have so many excuses for Jalen Hurts. But when I say the exact same thing y'all do, it's, those are excuses. Those are excuses. Completion percent for Goff over under 75%. I'm gonna say over. He'll probably hit like 78. I agree. Let's bring in QB2. See if anything differently happens. I gotta go, Philly. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Have a good one, Convert. Appreciate you rocking, man. But I am about to get out of here pretty soon as well. Be sure to check out the new merch, man, over at teespring.com/PhillyPhilly. Definitely some fire, you know what I'm saying? We got backpacks, we got mugs, we got everything. We got everything you need. I hope everybody has a great Halloween tomorrow. I'm sure I'll go live at some point tomorrow, but I hope you guys all stay safe. I hope you guys have fun. Don't go too crazy. Don't eat too much candy. Hopefully we don't get tricked. Hopefully we get treated to a W. Look at, I'm just killing these puns today. I'm killing the puns. But I do appreciate everybody checking in, chilling out with me. Again, like I said, shout out to my guy Speak Easy for coming through and talking some Eagles versus Lions for me. Let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. Please drop your score predictions, and you know, hopefully we win this, man. I'm gonna drop a score prediction right now. I'm gonna say the Eagles win, and I say this for like every game, 33-20. That's my score prediction. 33-20, the Eagles win. And if we don't, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna be pissed. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning.